Okay, so students, I hope that you are doing well. So in our lesson of today, we are going to look at comparing numbers. Okay, so let's have group A, and we have some tigers. Let's see how many are they? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. So we have got 11 tigers. Let's have also group B. How many do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14. Okay, so now we are going to find out which group has many tigers. It's good that we know how to write these numbers in expanded form. Okay, for example, when we write 11 in expanded form, we will have it as 10 plus 1. So expanded form divides the number into tens and ones. Okay, now the number 14 will be 10 plus 4. Okay, now we can openly see these numbers. We are going to compare the tens. Okay, for instance, we can see that the group of tens, these ones, they are equal because this is 10 and this is 10. Now let's compare the ones. Let's compare 1 with 4. Okay. Now you see that 1 is smaller than 4. So now this means that 11 is smaller than 14. You see that? We compare the tens. Once we see that the tens are the same, now we will go to compare the ones. So this is 1 and this is 4. We know that 1 is smaller than 4. So it means that 11 is smaller than 14. Or we can say that because we know that 4 is bigger than 1. So we can say that 14 is greater than 11. Now, students, there are some more words that can mean smaller and that can mean greater. For example, when we say greater than, it is the same as when we say bigger than, the same as when we say more than. So we can say 14 is greater than 11. We can say 14 is bigger than 11. Or we can say 14 is more than 11. Okay? Now, when we say smaller than, we can say that less than. Or we can say fewer than. So for instance, we can say 11 is less than 14. Or we can say 11 is fewer than 14. Great. I hope you have understood that. Okay. Now let's try to compare 12 and 16. Okay. Let me use pictures for you to understand it very well. So this is 12, one group of 10 and 2 ones. Then 16, we get one group of 10 and 6 ones. Okay, so it means that in a 12, we have 1 10 and 2 ones. 16, we have one 10 and 6 ones. Now, we can see that in a tens, this is 10 and this is 10, so these are equal. So if these are all tens, let's compare the ones. We have 2 ones and we have 6 ones. And we know that 2 is smaller than 6. So this means that 12 is smaller than 16. You see, 12 is smaller than 16. Or we can say 16 is greater than 12. You understand that? 16 is greater than 12. Okay, let's get another example. Compare 18 and 14. Okay, let's also show it in a picture. So one group of tens and 8 ones. And then 14 will be one group of 10 and 4 ones. So we can show it like that. This is 18, which is 10 plus 8. This is 14, which is 10 plus 4. Now, we see that tens are equal. This is 10 and this is 10. So these are equal. So since they are equal, what should we do? Then we should go to the ones. Okay, now let's compare 8 and 4. So 8 is bigger. 8 is bigger than 4. So it means that 18 is bigger than 14. That's great. I hope you have understood that. So we say 18 is greater than 14. So students, don't forget, we also agreed that greater is the same as bigger, the same as more, right? So when I say bigger than, I can also say greater than, no problem. Or I can say more than. If we don't want to say that 18 is greater than 14, we can say that 14 is smaller than 18. Okay, I hope you have understood that also. Okay, so now let's look at the symbols of comparing numbers. Okay. All right, so when we say greater than, we can use this symbol. Okay. When we want to say smaller than, we can use this symbol. Okay. When we want to say equal to, we can use this symbol. And when we want to say not equal, we say that we have got this symbol. Okay, so this is greater than, less than, equal to, and not equal to. Okay, now let's do some practice. Compare the following numbers using less than or greater than. Okay, so we have got 17 and 12. Which sign should we use? Okay, so let's compare the tens. We have 110 and here we have 110. So these are equal. Now let's compare the ones. This is 7 and this is 2. So we know that 7 is bigger than 2. So it means that 17 is greater than 12. Okay. So if 17 is greater than 12, so it means that 12 is less than 17. Okay. So let's compare 13 and 11. Compare the tens, 110 and 110. That is equal. Now let's compare the ones, 3 ones and 1 1. So we know that 3 is bigger than 1. So it means that 13 is bigger than 11. Okay. So how about 19 and 16? Compare the tens. This is 110 and this is 110. Now we have got 9 ones and 6 ones. We know that 9 is bigger than 6. So 19 is bigger than 16. Okay. So let's get one more. Compare the following numbers using equal to or not equal to. Okay, so let's compare 17 and 12. This is 110, this is 110. Okay, this is 7 ones and this is 2 ones. So these are not equal. So we write not equal. Okay, and let's compare this. This is 17 and this is 17. You see, this is 110 and 110. 7 ones and 7 ones. So this is equal. Okay. 11 and 11. We have 110 and 110. 1 1 and 1 1. So this is equal. And this is 110 and 110. 9 10. Sorry, 9 ones and 6 ones. So 9 is not equal to 6. So 19 is not equal to 16. Okay. So this one we are going to do it together. Circle the greater number. Greater means bigger. Okay. Circle the greater number. Cross out the smaller number. Smaller, the same as less. Okay. Now, for the greater number, we will circle. And for the smaller number, we will cross out. So we have got 13 and 11. 13 is bigger. So we circle 13 and cross out 11. Now I want you to answer B, C, and D. Let's go to number 2. Write equal or not equal in each box. Okay, so we know that 10 is not equal to 14. So here we write not equal. Now go ahead and answer B, C, and D. Okay. So for our exercise, part 1, mark. So you will put this mark. So mark the set with the greater number of objects. So let's count to know which set has the greater number of objects. Remember, greater is the same as bigger. Okay, so let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So here we have 13 objects. How about set B? Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, here we have got 12. So it means that 13 is greater than 12. So we put a tick here. Okay. Number 2, compare the number of objects. Write greater than or smaller than. So you will either write greater than if set A has a bigger number of objects, okay? And you will write smaller than if set A has a smaller number of objects, okay? So for number 3, write greater than or less than in each box. So A, we have 15 and 17. So you will write that 15 is less than 17. Okay. Now complete from B up to H. B, C, D, E, F, G, and H. Okay. And the last number is question number 4. Compare the number of toy balls that each student has. Compare the number of toy balls that each student has. So we have Ravi, you count and tell the number of balls, Janice, and Peter. Then Ravi has dash balls. So you will write the number of balls Ravi has. The same applies to B. Do the same for Janice and for Peter. D, Ravi has more balls than. So more is the same as bigger. Okay. So Ravi has more balls than. Okay, you complete, so you will write the name. Okay, do the same for E. Now for F, Dash has the greatest number of balls. Greatest means the biggest number. Who has many balls than the rest? So you write the name. And for G, Dash has the smallest number of balls. Who has very, very few balls? Who has the very small number of balls? So you will write the name. Okay. So let us stop here for today and we meet again next time.